Hey everyone, I'm AnomalousAdventures, and welcome to the channel. Today's walkthrough is very special, as we're taking a look at what is arguably one of West Virginia's most iconic locations, at least in online spaces. In this video, I'll be taking you through the locally forgotten Mountaineer Mall. Trying to find old information on the Mountaineer Mall wasn't as easy as the Morgantown Mall, as this opened all the way back in 1975. If you haven't seen this one before, you'll definitely be able to tell how long it's been standing. The Mountaineer Mall was actually originally owned and opened by a company out of state, that being the Laurel Development of Pennsylvania. The mall first featured 3 anchor stores, those being Montgomery Ward, JCPenney, and something called Murphy's Mart. As of today, 2 of those stores are completely gone worldwide, while JCPenney found new residents at the Morgantown Mall. If you'd like to see my walkthrough of that mall, I'll leave an on-screen link in the top right. While researching, I read about a lot of old stores, many I've never even heard of. I'll try to name off as many as I can note while passing their old storefronts. That of course was the iconic ramp that many liminal space enthusiasts have probably seen once or twice. It's very popular. From what I was able to find through old forums and articles, it seems that GNC, Goodwill, and Elder Beerman were the last big names at this location. Today the mall features no well-known stores, and likely never will. It's become what a lot of people term a second-hand mall, mostly featuring local businesses and community centers. One of them is to my right, which features an eye-catching werewolf statue. With many shops, especially locally owned ones, it's frowned upon to film directly toward the store, so sadly, there's not too much you can see from this shot. If you're curious, the store is a general collector's shop with sports, gaming cards, comics, and stuff like that. Here's a mural of the most notable buildings in the city. It features Woodburn Hall and various other structures important to the college and its people. Up ahead is an open area, which I believe was once the lively center of this mall, and where a lot of people would stop to eat. As leading up to the square, this hall used to have some fun, multicolored chairs and tables. It'd definitely be cool to still see them around, however, there'd be no reason as this mall serves no food anymore, and probably hasn't for the last decade. This wooden storefront, from what I could find, used to be something called Golden Ram, and before that was a Lum's family restaurant. There's not too much down here, but I figured some people may find it aesthetically interesting, as this place just seems out of time. There's even a payphone still hooked up to the wall. Hard to tell if it still works, but it's there. I also love these old anti-tobacco ads. There's actually 2 of them in the mall. I couldn't see a year tagged, but if I had to guess, I'd say at the latest it's from 2003. From this point on, there wasn't too much I could find on what stores used to make up this mall. From reading some forum comments, I was able to figure out that this location once featured a Foot Locker, a Great American Cookie Shop, and a Claire's. Other than those, there really weren't any other big names. It's pretty safe to say the condition of the Mountaineer Mall was in decline way before getting most of the mall staples, such as Spencer's, we know today. The center square is eye-catching, even with it empty, and the bright window lighting makes it look like something you'd see in an old video game, where there's just nothing outside these walls. If you're really into liminal spaces and are nearby, this mall could scratch that itch for you. I know I loved walking through it for the first time. On my left is a local art gallery and shop, which we'll take a closer look at when I swing back around. It's one of the few standout spots that's not just there for nostalgia. You may find this surprising, but this mall does have certain times when there's more foot traffic. This was actually my second recording of the mall that day, the first being unusable, and when I first went through, I'd say this hallway had at least 16 people around. It's definitely the most lively I've ever seen. The first filming was about 30 minutes earlier, so I'd say this mall's busiest somewhere from 9 to 12. Once 1 p.m. comes around, however, it's basically dead, as this thrift shop closes super early. It seems both the second-hand stores keep this place running, at least to some extent. The rest of this section is only what's on my right, all of which are storefronts that hold local organizations or clubs. At least that's what I could make out. I love the look of this entrance with the glass and stone, as well as the pine trees outside. It makes me think of a photo you'd see from the early 2000s set in the Pacific Northwest. For any photographers watching, this is a place where you could get some nice atmospheric images. As promised, here's a closer look at that art gallery. The window displays were all I could film, sadly, as the owners weren't there that day, so I couldn't get permission to record inside. As I said before, it's a standout spot and should be given attention if you're in the mall. The small indent with the tiled floor has always fascinated me. I just wonder what used to be there and haven't been able to find any old photos with this side in frame. If anyone knows what was there, let me know in the comments. I would seriously appreciate it.
Because he's an actual surgeon, he might be
Down the ramp is that other thrift shop I mentioned. It's been here for a long time and has a lot more to see than the first one near the square. If I had a nickel for every martial arts center in a Morgantown mall, I'd have two. And saving the best for last, here's that second anti-tobacco ad. They don't make them like they used to. That was the Mountaineer Mall. Without a doubt, this mall is dead, or at least whatever comes right before that. The fact that this place is still standing is beyond me, but it seems to serve the community and many dying mall enthusiasts like myself, so maybe that's why. Remember to like and or subscribe if you like this video, but above all else, leave a comment and tell me what you thought or where I should go. I like to hear feedback. I'm AnomalousAdventures. Thanks for watching.